You're watching Good Business San Diego.
Welcome back. The following segment is sponsored by High Tech High. Joining me today is Diana Cornejo-Sanchez. She is the CEO of High Tech High. It's a network of charter schools that serves students from transitional kindergarten all the way through 12th grade. High Tech High innovates the way students in San Diego are educated with an emphasis on collaboration and real-world problem solving that helps kids develop as thinkers, makers, and leaders. Diana has some information on what makes High Tech High so unique. Hi, how are you? Thanks for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's take us back to the origin of High Tech High, Diana. I understand that there were business leaders that were looking for more engineers to be developed in the community. So tell us a little bit about that and how it is that that has translated to today's education climate and what it is that you try to do.
Absolutely. We're in our 26th year.
Wow, that's great.
Founded in 2000 by local industry leaders who were really in need of creative problem solvers more than anything, right? And so instead of creating a narrow pipeline, they started this movement where our students are learning by doing. They're experimenting, they're building, they're constantly problem solving in order to build that innovator mindset that we need in our communities.
So walk us through this learning model, what it means to the students and then what it means to the business community.
Yeah, so project-based learning is our approach, and what that means is that students are learning their content, but doing so in a way that it applies to the real world. So think back to your math class and you're sitting there thinking, why am I doing this? But it has an application and you're able to understand what this looks like in the world. And so we're opening up the community to our students. So it's not just learning in the classroom, but learning outside of the classroom with experts, with community leaders, problem solving, designing, and building relationships.
So the advantage for young people as a graduate, they go in to apply for a job, people looking at that resume and they see, High Tech High, they know that they got that practical experience, right?
Absolutely. We hear that all of the time from our internship mentors, from university professors, just knowing who the High Tech High student is because they're the ones raising their hands, they're participating, they're leading with empathy, they are always willing to collaborate and problem solve, which is
great. I mean, that's exactly what you want, that kind of training. And sometimes in public school, that may be a little bit lost.
Right. We're
like
not
my math class.
Exactly.
Don't ask me any geometry questions.
Yeah, exactly. We're encouraging our students to ask bold questions and engage in dialogue with one another.
Great. Let's talk about dual enrollment. Tell people what that is and how does it benefit the students and the families?
Yeah, so dual enrollment is an opportunity that students have in high school to take college classes and earn college credit while also earning their high school credit. So you can be a graduating senior entering college with already 12 units, for example. And so we have partnerships with our local community colleges, with CSU San Marcos, and with the University of San Diego. And I mean, sometimes these courses are zero, they're free to very minimal cost for the student, but it's giving them access to higher education, and that's exactly what we want.
Right. So at what grade level is it the time for people to start looking at that model, the dual enrollment, and start applying and looking ahead into their college years?
Well, as a college-going institution, we want our students to have access and options at the end of the day. Even if it's to choose their career path, we want them to have the opportunity to say, yeah, I got into this university, but I'm going to go ahead and maybe take a gap year or pursue my passion. We start those conversations in TK, right? Like wanting students to be exposed to seeing themselves on a university campus.
Well, that is getting ahead of it when you're starting to look at your career path when you're 5.
That's right. So we have college advisors that really support us in that work.
Tell us about some of the successes that you're most proud of in your affiliation with High Tech High.
Yeah, I mean, I've been with our organization for over 18 years, and I am just most proud of our students and the way that they show up as leaders in the community. They lead with empathy, they center humans, and they're always willing to be part of the solution. And we see that through their engagement, whether it's looking at new DNA sequencing in biotech labs, to working on robots, to presenting in front of city council, advocating, really learning life skills that we
huge in this
need.
Community, the biotech
community, of course,
huge in San Diego. So You're preparing people for those careers and many, many more. How can people get involved and learn more about the programs?
Yeah, I think definitely visiting our website is one way, hightechhigh.org, but we are also open our doors constantly to the community to come visit to our campuses. And it's also partnering with local industry partners for internship opportunities.
Okay, great. Thanks for coming in, telling us about High Tech High. More information online, as you said, hightechhigh.org. That's going to do it for Good Business San Diego today. Content segments paid for by San Diego Gas and Electric, Jackson House, Renovation Realty, and by High Tech High. We'll see you tomorrow.
This has been Good Business San Diego, sponsored by Wilsey Asset Management.